Any application that you use to manage your stuff is only as good as the quality and comprehensiveness of what you can put in it. So, if you want to use ClickUp effectively, then getting stuff into it is absolutely critical. We all know that thoughts, ideas, messages, whatever, tasks, they don't wait for what Jack Sparrow would call the opportune moment. So any app worth using needs to be able to quickly capture stuff and then get out of the way so that you can crack on with doing what you're doing. Now, ClickUp has a multitude of different ways to do this. So welcome to this next episode of using ClickUp effectively. In this series, we're looking at the application ClickUp and looking at all of the different features step by step. And this week, we're thinking about getting stuff into ClickUp. Now, if you're actually in ClickUp, working within the application itself, this is where you get the most usable options. So let's have a look at some of them now. So here in ClickUp, I've got this little inbox list here, which is blank and empty at the moment. And the easiest way is whatever list you're on, just press the keyboard shortcut, which is the letter T, and it will bring up this box to create a new task. You can create a task or a doc or a reminder, chat or whiteboard. And it will put it in whichever list you're currently in, but obviously you can change that and move it to whatever list that you want to. You can add a description, but let's just create film ClickUp video. You can show the custom fields down here, and you can give it a due date. Let's make that due today. And this is quite important, high priority. You can add any tags that you want. You can even create new fields. Create the task, and that is now in ClickUp. You can also press this Add Task button up here in the top right, and that takes you to exactly the same box. Or this button down here, Add Task, in the list. And then if you do it this way, then when you press Enter, you can create multiple tasks at once. Another option you have, which is actually a global option, but I'm going to show it to you here in ClickUp, is Control or Command J, which brings up the command bar. And if you type create new task, you can then create a new task. And it brings up the same create a new task box. There are other options though, apart from creating tasks in a list. So for example, up here, you'll see this little icon in the top right-hand corner, Open Notepad. You can click that button, or in ClickUp, you can press P and it will open your notepad. And then you can, let's just quick task. If you do that, it opens this as a note, and you can put whatever you want in here, task thoughts. And with these buttons down here, you can actually convert it to a doc, or you can convert it to a task. So we're just going to do that now. And again, it brings up the box, create task, and that is now in my inbox with the description, you'll see, and you can either keep the note or delete it or archive it. So I'm just going to delete that now I've created it as a task. And then the last one that you can use whilst you're in ClickUp is actually to create a reminder. So if I press R, it brings up the reminders box. This is a little bit faster than creating a tasks. Remind me to do this. That's for me today. You can choose the time, the date and the time that you want to be reminded. So let's do 22:12 and create reminder. Now where that goes is if you go to your home screen, within your home screen you have a little reminders box, and that's where all of your reminders go. So those are all of the different ways that you can create tasks whilst using ClickUp. But you have to ask, with so many different options available, which is best? You might just always default to creating a task. Now, if the ClickUp notepad was available outside of the application as well, using, say, a global keyboard shortcut, then I might default to using the notepad for my inbox to capture stuff into ClickUp. They're all reasonable options, and there's no clear winner here, in my opinion. My advice is to pick a default and use that consistently as far as you can, so you always know where to go in order to find and organize the new stuff you capture. The last thing you want is to think to yourself, well, where did I put that? Is it a task? Is it a reminder? Is it a new doc that I created? Is it in the notepad? Where is it? So pick one and try and use it consistently. When you're not in ClickUp, so say for example you're on the internet or you're typing up a Word document, you're in your email, whatever, that kind of thing. There's also a few global options. The first one is just to create a new task that brings up that same box. On a Mac, that's Command E, or it's Control E on Windows. And that takes you into ClickUp and brings up this same create a task box. The other one, as I showed you in ClickUp, Command Control J to bring up the command bar for ClickUp is actually a global thing. So if I did that here, it would bring up this and I can create a new task that way. Again, it takes me back into ClickUp, creates the task box. You may have spotted this little logo down here. That is the ClickUp extension, which is available on Google Chrome, Safari, and Microsoft Edge. This gives you a whole load of different options. So if you're in Gmail, you can use it to clip emails into ClickUp and create tasks from emails. If you hover over it, you'll see you've got a few different options. You can open the notepad, you can track your time, take a screenshot and save that to a task in ClickUp, or you can bookmark this page. So if I just click bookmark this page, that brings up this. I can save the bookmark of the page in my inbox with the web page title, that kind of thing. Another option you have, every single one of your lists in ClickUp actually has a unique email address. So you can email things directly to that list and they'll show up as tasks in the list with the task name as the email subject line. The way I use this is I create an inbox type list and I have the email for that saved into all of my email programs, so I can forward emails as tasks in ClickUp. But actually, there are some alternatives that you can use as well. Some of the routes to get stuff into ClickUp using the built-in options, honestly, they're not the most unobtrusive things in the world, and they aren't as fast to quick capture as I would like them to be. And whilst there are many options available, as we've seen, which is really, really good, the fact that they often take you into ClickUp in order to use them and require several clicks, etc., etc., is something that I'm not happy with. So I have two alternatives. So the first would be an application that I've got on my phone like BrainToss, which is this little button down here. So if you press that, it brings this up and then you can type in, let's just put in BrainToss for now, press that, and that is gone. It uses the email to ClickUp function. And what that should in theory do is send an email to my inbox list over here. There it is. That's actually a slower option. There was a little bit of editing there. It took about a minute, 50 seconds, I think, to show up in my ClickUp inbox. But in all honesty, my preferred option at the moment is to use an automation that I've set up and an app called Todoist. Now, Todoist is lightning fast for capturing information and incredibly unobtrusive. And I've set up an automation in make.com that means whenever I create a task in my Todoist inbox, the same task automatically gets created within my ClickUp inbox here on the screen. And a global keyboard shortcut for Todoist on my Mac, I've set it up as Command Control A. That brings up this box, Todoist created task. I can even set a due date using Todoist's natural language parsing. And if I press enter, that box disappears and momentarily the task will appear in my inbox here in ClickUp. There we go. So it's really fast. It doesn't actually matter where you are. That box is the same. Create that, it's gone. And then go back to ClickUp, and any second now that will appear. There it is. This is my preferred way of doing it now. It is the fastest way, and you can even use the Todoist widget on your mobile device to quickly capture tasks into ClickUp as well. And so that's how you get stuff into ClickUp that you can then organize into all of the lists, the folders, etc. that we saw in previous episodes. If you found this valuable, please do hit that like button down below. Please do share this video with any other ClickUp users you know. There's going to be a couple of other videos appearing on the screen over here now, so please do check those out and subscribe to the channel. There's lots more to come. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.